Hello radio enthusiasts and history buffs. Today we embark on a journey back in time to explore a remarkable chapter in the annals of broadcasting history. It's a tale of innovation, experimentation, and the relentless pursuit of a dream, the dream of bringing the world closer through the airwaves. Imagine an era when the crackle of longwave transmissions was cutting-edge technology, and the British Broadcasting Company, BBC, was a nascent force in the world of radio. Our story begins with a call sign that would become legendary, 5XX. Yes, you heard it right, 5XX, the pioneering experimental station that laid the foundation for national broadcasting as we know it today. So, dear listeners and viewers, fasten your seatbelts because we're about to embark on a journey back to the early 1920s, a time when radio was in its infancy and a 5X was the name on everyone's lips. Get ready to immerse yourselves in the rich history of a 5XX and discover how it paved the way for the BBC's ascent in the world of radio. It's a show filled with fascinating stories and remarkable achievements. I invite you all to join us in celebrating the legacy of a 5XX and its role in pioneering the path to national broadcasting. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. The BBC's experimental station, 5XX, pioneering the path to national broadcasting.
In the early 1920s, the British Broadcasting Company, BBC, embarked on an ambitious journey to establish a national radio broadcasting network. However, at the time, the technology for nationwide coverage and joint programming between transmitters was in its infancy, with most transmitters operating at modest powers around 1 kilowatt. This technological challenge necessitated experimentation, leading to the birth of the 5XX experimental station. The story of 5XX began on July 9, 1924, when the BBC initiated experiments with higher power long-wave transmissions. These experiments took place at the Marconi Company's site near Chelmsford in Essex, operating under the distinctive call sign 5XX. This marked a crucial step in the evolution of British broadcasting, as these experiments aimed to overcome the limitations of the existing transmitters to provide a broader national service. The early tests of 5XX were deemed successful, prompting further development. On July 27, 1925, the long-wave transmitter was relocated to a more central location at Borough Hill near Daventry in Northamptonshire. This move allowed 5XX to provide what was effectively a national service of radio programs originating from London. However, it is important to note that during this period, the service remained somewhat experimental and complementary to the BBC's locally based services, including the main station, 2LO. Initially, 5XX broadcasted on the long-wave frequency of 187.5 kHz, a frequency that would later undergo modifications to accommodate the growing broadcasting needs. The pivotal moment came on October 7, 1934, with the establishment of a new high-power long-wave transmitter site at Droitwich. This development led to the shift of 5XX to the frequency of 200 kHz, setting the stage for the expansion of the national program, which would later evolve into the BBC Home Service and BBC Radio 4. Subsequent minor adjustments in frequency occurred, with the final resting place being 198 kHz on February 1, 1988, where it remains today. 5XX played a critical role in laying the groundwork for the BBC's future broadcasting endeavours. It acted as a pioneering force in the evolution of radio broadcasting technology, providing a template for national coverage. The station's long-wave broadcasts were supplemented by medium-wave transmitters, enhancing the reach of its programs across the country. The legacy of 5XX goes beyond its technical achievements. It symbolizes the spirit of innovation and experimentation that characterized the early days of the BBC and radio broadcasting in the United Kingdom. 5XX may have started as an experiment, but it ultimately paved the way for the BBC's vision of providing a unified national broadcasting service that would become an integral part of the nation's culture and communication. In conclusion, the 5XX experimental station holds a special place in the history of British broadcasting. It represents a pioneering phase in the evolution of radio technology, demonstrating the BBC's commitment to delivering a national broadcasting service. While it may have been an experimental station, its impact was anything but temporary, as it contributed significantly to the development of the BBC's future radio services, and by extension, the rich tapestry of British radio broadcasting.
As we conclude this captivating journey into the world of a 5X and its pioneering contributions to national broadcasting, we want to extend our sincere gratitude to all our dedicated listeners and viewers. Your passion for radio history and the nostalgia of bygone eras is what makes our DXNet community thrive. We hope you've enjoyed today's program and found inspiration in the incredible story of a 5XX. But our journey doesn't end here. We invite you to be a part of our growing community by sharing your thoughts, feedback, and any memories you may have related to early radio broadcasting. Your comments and critiques are invaluable to us as we strive to bring you the best in radio history content. So, please, don't hesitate to drop us a line. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to DXing with Ashik, so you never miss an episode of our fascinating broadcasts. Together, we'll keep the spirit of radio history alive and well. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Happy DXing!